G'day there guys, and welcome back to another episode of r/Am I the Arsehole? Let's go. Am I the arsehole for ruining my future sister-in-law's wedding to be? So I, male 30, have been with my boyfriend, male 34, for 2 years. My mother is very homophobic and basically cut me out when she found out that I was bi back when I first finished college. All my life, she would try to control me. She would try to control what I wear, who I hang out with, only to fit her definition of the perfect son. For example, I like to knit, and she would throw away all of my knitting accessories because it wasn't a hobby for boys. I always told her that it's her own goddamn fault for sending me to an all-boys school and that I had eyes. My siblings have always been supportive of my lifestyle, and we are very close. My older brother is getting married to his girlfriend of 5 years, and they will get married in July 2022. His fiancée is awesome, but her family is also very homophobic. Her mother and mine get along very well and do many activities together. I have gone low contact with my mother over the years. I love my brother's fiancée, but she has a tendency of trying to please everyone around her, which means that when I got my invitation for the wedding, lo and behold, I was the only one with no +1. At first I thought it was a mistake, so I contacted his fiancée, since I knew she was the one taking care of the guest list and the RSVP, and she told me that they had to cut down the number of invitations because of COVID, but I checked with my siblings and all of them got a +1. This really upset me and my boyfriend, since he is very close to my brother. They went to uni together. I contacted my brother, who of course had no idea that I didn't have a +1, and told me that he would take care of it. I then received a bunch of text messages from my sister-in-law berating me for talking to my brother and that I should have just taken the one invitation. She told me she did this to prevent any problems with me and her side of the family and my mother. She also told me that she didn't want me and my boyfriend to be the center of attention at her own wedding. She told me that she'll give me the +1, but that I'll be ruining her wedding. I've talked to my friends and my siblings, and they are mostly on my side. But some have told me that it's her wedding and that she has the right to invite who she wants. I think I might be the asshole because my mother's subtle homophobic remarks don't affect me anymore, but I don't think it'll be fair to let my boyfriend be subject to them and her family's homophobia, and that it is indeed her own wedding. Now in the comments, not the asshole. Also, I probably wouldn't go at this point, and let them know why. Not the asshole. It's your brother's wedding too, and he can invite who he wants. Not the arsehole, OP. Please show your brother the texts that she sent. He sounds like a very caring person who loves his little brother and his boyfriend. I don't think he would want to marry someone who would treat you like this. Happy holidays, and I hope you and your boyfriend have a good, drama-free time. Not the arsehole. However, if taking your boyfriend to the wedding is going to put him in a situation to be ridiculed and made uncomfortable, then I would advise against not taking him. Talk with him about it. I know that if I was in that situation, I would at least like a warning. Not the asshole. People need to let the homophobes, xenophobes, racists, and bigots of all sorts exclude themselves from family events, instead of catering to their potential tantrums by doing their dirty work for them. All sister-in-law is doing by excluding your boyfriend is showing you that she'll only put up with your lifestyle as long as it doesn't inconvenience her. What a peach. You cannot ruin someone's wedding by expecting to be treated the way all other guests are treated. She's ruining her own wedding by rolling out the red carpet for the biggest assholes on both sides. She has the right to invite who she wants, but if she wants to exercise it in a flagrantly discriminatory way, she had better be prepared for others to have some feelings about it. Choices have consequences. Weddings do not excuse you from treating other people in your life with basic respect. Now back up to the post, there is an edit. Hello. Thanks for all the comments. I'll try to read all of them. I noticed some of you questioning my use of the word lifestyle, and honestly, it's how I've always referred to my life. It's how my mother always referred to my life growing up, and it stuck with me. I feel like it's something that I internalized, but I see how it can be detrimental to our identity. Edit 2, I haven't shown my brother the texts yet. Him and my boyfriend are supposed to have a gaming night in a couple days. My boyfriend and I discussed what we should do, and we'll talk to him then. I think you're right in that I should show him her texts. And now onto the update. After my boyfriend and my brother had their gaming night, my boyfriend called me over to our gaming room and we talked to my brother. We told him that we both loved him but decided to not attend the wedding. My brother was obviously upset until I followed the advice of many of you guys and showed my brother my future sister-in-law's texts. To say he was livid was an understatement. He actually called up my sister-in-law in front of us and demanded that she apologize to both me and my boyfriend. She did, but defended what she did and explained her reasons to my brother, the same reasons she gave me when I first confronted her. He tried to argue with her, but she told him that she would talk to him once he came back home and hung up. It took some time, but my boyfriend was able to calm him down and we talked about everything. He told us he completely understands if we decided not to attend and that he would never hold it against us, even though he would love for us to attend. He told us he would never want us to degrade ourselves just for his fiance's happiness. He ended up spending the night at our house because I didn't want him driving when this upset. In the end, we couldn't sleep and we talked almost all night. He told me that he sees my sister-in-law in a new light now. Since he feels like her family will have too much power over their relationship, our mother knows that she doesn't have that kind of power over us, but he's scared that his mother-in-law would try to control his future wife. In the end, he told me that maybe he didn't want to attend his own wedding. I told him to get some rest and to really think about it before doing anything reckless. He slept until 1 p.m. and then went back home. We got a text a few days later telling us the wedding was officially on a hiatus and that my brother and his fiancée are on a break. We told him that he could move in with us for now if he needed space from his fiancée, and he agreed. In the end, both my boyfriend and my brother told me that I did the right thing by showing him the texts, because he deserved to know who he was about to marry. Thank you to all who helped me with this difficult situation, and I hope that you appreciate the update. Now in the comments, damn, that's a terrible situation for your brother, but props to you and your brother for how y'all handled it. And honestly, he's dodging a bullet because I agree. Father-in-laws and mother-in-laws can have a shocking amount of influence, and those lines only get worse. Wait until grandkids are in the picture, and your in-laws think it's her way or the highway. That's why I don't understand overbearing parents or adults, because the highway is fully an option. They never think that it is though, and are always surprised when you choose that option. Ultimatums are fun when the person giving them isn't even considering you are going with option B and they don't get their way. Brother went with option B, and it is such a sweet one too, because a cancelled wedding immediately makes what they were trying to do in the shadows completely public. Chef's kiss to OP's brother for being an absolute G and not putting up with this crap. I love your brother. He did absolutely the right thing. Too often on this sub, we see people being asked to hide who they are for the sake of keeping the peace. It restores my faith in humanity to see an update like this. It's wild how so many people still go to the gay people and ask them to not exist rather than going up to the homophobes and telling them to shut their mouths. Bigots tend to be louder and more aggressive about these things, so it's easier to appease them. That doesn't make it right though. They are also often older, like in this case the mothers, and the ones with the money. It's much easier to not cater to bigots when you are not dependent on them in any way. Not to say that that makes it okay, just that it's more difficult to cut people out when you need their financial support. And besides the money, just the years of having that person in your life. Even bad parents end up having a weird pull on their children, even after the children can identify what about their parents is problematic. Then add all the weight most societies place on weddings. Sister-in-law was in the wrong, but I understand the psychological impact that she was trying to avoid by excluding OP's boyfriend. Unfortunately, easy is often not right. Thank you for the update. I'm glad you and your boyfriend have your brother's support. That goes a long way. Your former FSIL should not have gone behind your brother's back with the invitations. It's good he's taking a break and taking his time with evaluating his relationship with her. Like someone else said, props for the way that you handled it, and I hope everything works out. OP said the FSIL was in charge of the guest list, so brother probably assumed everything would proceed as normal, like invites to known couples automatically include a +1 for the partner. Well, I'm sorry for your brother that it probably feels like everything is falling apart, but yes, he needed to know. You definitely did the right thing, and he will be happier in the long run. Our next post is titled, "Am I the asshole for leaving my mum's early when her whole family took Christmas photos?" So me, 16 male, and my mum don't have much of a good relationship. They had a bad divorce after my mum left my dad for some guy when I was 7, and I only saw her once every 6 months because she got married and then stays with her new family. Since last year, she wanted us to start talking more and seeing each other, and I finally met my 2 half-brothers who were 6 and 4, and then the 2 other stepkids around the same age as me. I'm only with her on weekends, and the last one they were doing Christmas photos they sent to the family, and I mean her husband's family and also my mum's, so like my grandparents, my aunts, cousins, etc. They had a photographer actually come. Everyone was dressed for it except for me, and she told me that it just wouldn't make sense if I'm in it, since the pics are also going to her husband's family side. But then I argued, well, our family side is getting pictures of his kids, so why does it matter? Like she said, she wanted me to be part of their family when I started staying over since last year, but now they don't want me included in their family photo. My mum told me that it's not a big deal, and I just went upstairs while they did their thing. I don't know why, but it just made me really mad, but also sad. I didn't want to stay there on the weekend, so my dad came after sending him a text. My mum argued with him outside because it was only Friday, and I told her I didn't want to stay there if she didn't want to include me in their family, and I would rather go be with my dad. My mum is still mad about it. She says she didn't mean to treat me that way, but how I behaved after cutting out our time was mean, and that hurt her feelings. And she said that I'm the asshole for reacting that way, basically. For me, it still hurt. So maybe that's why I don't see if I was wrong or not cutting off our weekend short. Am I the asshole? Now in the comments, not the asshole. Your mother is a terrible parent. OP, you need to know. You 1000% did the absolutely right thing. You acted maturely and removed yourself from a toxic situation that caused you pain, and rightfully so. I don't know anyone who wouldn't be angry, hurt, and sad about that. This. Buddy, you were right to remove yourself from further hurt. There is absolutely not a good reason for your mother to exclude you from photos or anything else. Honestly, I think you need to contact your grandparents and aunts and uncles on your mum's side and tell them that you have tried your best to mend fences with her, even going over to stay weekends with her, but she made it abundantly clear that you were not viewed as her son or even family when she told you that you were not allowed to be in the family photos. Do what you need to do to remain emotionally healthy, but also make sure everyone knows what a crappy parent she has been and continues to be to you. Not the arsehole. But your mum certainly is. I don't blame you if you never want to go back. She has made it pretty clear who she thinks of as her family. And OP says, the thing is, I didn't even want to start seeing her in the first place. She wanted me to, so I gave it a chance, and after all these months of going to see them now, suddenly she doesn't want me included. Please protect yourself. I'm an adult in my 30s, and this would absolutely crush me. Your dad sounds awesome. He is your true family. You two should have a fun Christmas photo shoot and send those out to family. I agree. It crushes me to even read about how this went down. She likes to call you family when it's convenient. Your mother doesn't get to choose when it's convenient to have a son. She either accepts you wholly into the family or not at all. You are not the arsehole. And now onto the update. I'm still sad about what happened. I hate that I'm letting it bother me this much when my mum was the one in the wrong, just like you all said. It still stings. My dad hasn't stopped telling me that he's sorry for encouraging me to let her be part of my mind, because maybe she changed. I know he feels bad, but it's not his fault. Anyways, I know that people were saying that I had the choice to not go there anymore, and yeah, that's true. Even before posting the original one, that's what I was thinking about too. She can't do anything because it's my choice, and she really wouldn't have anything if she wanted to take it to court. I mean, leaving me for all these years won't look good. I talked with my dad, then he and my mum talked too. My mum was really mad about it still. More when I told her that I'm done trying with her. But I'm still going to her place on the weekends, just not sleeping over. And I told her that I'm not doing that for her, so don't even try to act like a mum to me because she blew that. For now, I am only going so I can see my brothers. They are the only ones that I care about, and if she gives a damn about them, she should let it be like this, or they're the ones who won't get to have me around anymore. I said them because it's obvious she doesn't give a damn about me. This weekend when I went, she said hi and let me in, but we didn't talk at all. And then I hung out with my brothers in their room until my dad came to pick me up later. It's awkward AF, but it's better like this. Don't gotta open myself up to trying with her anymore and getting my feelings hurt over and over. And now in the comments, I'm glad your father has your back. Some people had suggested that she didn't want you in the pictures because her in-laws or other people didn't know about you. Did you ever figure out her real reason for excluding you? Good luck. And OP replies, no, I really don't want to know. Don't have the energy to get my feelings hurt more for whatever reason she wanted to exclude me from it. OP, just remember, it's her, not you. She is the one missing out. I just want to hug you for about 5 minutes, and then mother you for about 2 weeks, and then grandmother you until you can't stand it anymore. You sound like a fantastic kid, and I'm really impressed you're thinking of your brothers. You don't deserve the way that your mum has treated you. You are headed for a fantastic future. Keep your head up and keep believing in yourself. And OP replies, I probably wouldn't get tired of it, lol. Thank you. I've been sad, but this comment made me smile, and I appreciate that, so thanks. I feel stupid to give my mum a chance after what she did, especially after letting myself think that it's gonna get better now, but hey, at least I got to know my brothers, and that was worth it. It's not your fault, nor your responsibility, that she took the one chance you gave her and pissed it. You seem very mature. My wife thinks you are probably more mature than I am, and our oldest is close to your age. Smiley face. She scheduled that photo shoot while she knew that you would be there and then excluded you. She could have scheduled it any other time. She has no consideration for you at all. Yeah, it's pretty gross what she did. A photo shoot must be scheduled in advance, so she scheduled it, didn't tell OP to dress properly for it, and then had it all while they were there and told them they couldn't be in it, and then gave them a reason that holds 0 water. Oh, well, it's fine if my stepkids are in the photo that is sent to my family, but you can't be in the photo that gets sent to my new partner's family. This lady sucks, and OP is pretty great for even still going over there. I wish you were my neighbor so you could be in my Christmas photos. It's great that you still go to see your brothers, and your mom's actions remind me of the saying, too bad, so sad, because she is the one missing out on something. And OP replies, thank you. Yeah, I love my brothers and it's not their fault. Shrug. It's no point in letting her ruin something else. It speaks volumes about your character that you are able to have that outlook.